Thought of the day. Do we, as mere mortals, normal runners, normal triathletes, have any concept as to how fast the world's best triathletes actually are? Could we even get anywhere near those paces? No. No. And no.
How?
Unsurprising, really. But in this video, I wanted to see just how superhuman some of these triathletes are, and I've picked four of the very best, four of my heroes. Jan Frodeno, the GOAT of iron distance racing. Kristian Blummenfelt, Norwegian Olympic and Ironman world champion. Gustav Iden, Norwegian double middle distance world champion. And of course, my ultimate triathlon hero, Ali Brownlee, double Olympic champion, world middle distance champion. In a video I like to informally call Ben turns himself inside out for the amusement of his subscribers. And that means if you're not subscribed, then you are not allowed to be amused. But let's give you some of my background first. I've been competing in triathlon for 10 years, and I'm lucky enough to have represented Team GB in my age group twice, in the Middle Distance European Championships in Austria in 2016 and Romania in 2019. I'm originally a runner, so I'm hoping for a strong showing in that discipline because I've got a swim condition informally called sinky legs, and on the bike, rather than having pistons for legs, I have the equivalent of what it looks like when you lift an owl's feathers up. As I've always said, there are levels to all of this, and I'm under no illusion I'm about to have my arse handed to me. On with the swim. So this is what occurred to me. Really, you can't get a concept of how fast these people are going when you watch it on TV. You have to experience it for yourself. And I'm dreading this because swimming is the weakest of my three disciplines. My 400 meter time is about 6:25 at my best. I'm probably about 7:25 pace right now, but I'm gonna give it a go. I've got some tricks up my sleeve. I'm going to warm up first, and during the warm up I'll talk you through the way I'm going to approach this and the speeds that I'm going to be trying to swim, more importantly. Let's get me and my swimming into context. My PB for a 100 meters is 1:29, which is only marginally faster than the 1:32 per 100 that Blummenfelt swam 38 times in a row in a cold lake in Utah. And no C means no extra buoyancy, and that's for his Ironman World Championship swim a couple of weeks ago. Frodeno actually averaged 1:14 per 100 for the last of his 3 Ironman World Championship wins. That was in a warmer sea in Hawaii. Gustav Iden swam 1.9 kilometers averaging 1:16 per 100, and Ali Brownlee swam 1,500 meters at an average of 1:08 per 100. So fair to say, I'm a brick in comparison to any of these. Okay, warm up done. This is what I'm aiming for. Blummenfelt's recent Ironman World Championship win was swum at a pace of 1:32 per 100. I think I might be able to manage that. These are mind-boggling, but I'm going to give it a go. I'll let you know how I go. Wish me luck. I haven't even looked. Whoa! No way! Pretty much my PB for the 100. 1:29 for 1:100. Blummenfelt swam nearly that for 3,800. And then Frodeno, Iden and Brown. I didn't even get near. But I've got a trick up my sleeve. I'm not stupid. I know I'm not going to be able to reach these speeds like ever, but with these I might give myself a little bit of a chance just to get near maybe even Iden or Frodeno's Ironman speed of 1:16, 1:14. Don't think I'm getting near Ali's 1:08, but I will give it my absolute best shot just to feel like what it feels like, you know? I haven't looked. I gave that everything I could. Everything. Messed up 2 tumble turns out of the 3. Right, moment of truth.
111. You know what's frightening though? With this, over 100 meters and fins and everything, I'm still not as fast as Ali Brownlee. And he did it for 1500. Better get on the bike.
Well, that's taught me a harsh lesson in swimming, hasn't it? There's only one thing for it for the bike. What I'm gonna do is bring out the big guns. This is my tri-suit from when I competed for Team GB in the first European Championships that I did, which was in Austria in 2016. Now, I totally get that this is gonna make me look like a chopper. I know that, but I need some mental boost of some sort because I know what's about to happen. I know how brutal it's going to be. I might as well go out with a bang, right? Chopper mode, engaged. I know what's coming here. I don't think you do yet, and I know it's going to be a world of pain for me, and so I'm going to do a really comprehensive warm-up, and I'm going to explain what I'm going to try and achieve just to show you just how physically ridiculous what some of these triathletes do for the amounts of time that they do it. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let me talk you through the world of pain I'm about to put myself through. What I've done is I've researched as much as possible the data for Ali Brownlee in the Olympics and Christian Blumenfeld, the last 3 gold medal winners. I've gone through Gustav Iden's files. He's the current middle distance triathlon world champion. And also I've gone through both Jan Frodeno and again Christian Blumenfeld's files and data as much as I could find for the last 2 world championship wins. Basically, I've trawled through a lot of data just to be able to show you just how much pain I'm going to put myself through. That's essentially what I'm saying here. Okay.
In the cycling world, the purest measurement for how much force you put through the pedals and how that translates to forward movement is power, and it's measured in watts. There are so many factors that contribute to power, like size, weight, aerodynamics, etc., that a 100 kilogram person is going to be able to pump out, say, 300 watts much more easily than a 63 kilogram person, which is me. So a more accurate way of seeing just how hard these triathletes are working is watts per kilogram. How many watts of power per kilogram of body weight can you apply? So 3 watts per kilogram for a 100 kilogram human is 300 watts. For me, at 63 kilograms, it's 189 watts. And in theory, those powers require about the same effort as each other.
Whether this is foolish or not, I don't know, we'll soon see, but I'm going to start with attempting the Ironman power from Jan Frodeno, and I'm going to move upwards through the distances till it gets to the punchiest short distance Olympic triathlon, to give you an indication of what I'm able to do in an Ironman race. When I did Ironborn in the summer, I came out at about 3 watts per kilogram, so quite a big divide over a really long distance.
To be honest, I'm not going to focus on the Frodeno Ironman effort or even Iden's half iron effort. I could hold them comfortably enough that it would be a pretty weird video if I just suffered for as long as I could. What I was actually excited, or more likely bricking it about, was Ali Brownlee's 5.8 watts per kilo from a Super League triathlon event that would be a vomit-inducing 365 watts for a little pigeon like me.
I think I just said 5.8 watts per kilogram, which was daft of me. It's only 5.7, I got it wrong. That should be easy. Okay, I think this should be an exercise in seeing just how fast my heart rate goes to near max. Let's start at 22 minutes and then watch how fast the heart rate goes up. So my max is high 170s on the bike into low 180s. Are we ready for this? 5.7 watts per kilo. Let's go. No way. That is 30 times that. What in the world? To think that someone can hold that type of effort for 30 minutes just Boggles my mind. You saw what it did to my heart rate after less than 1 minute. I was near my max, which there's no way I'm holding that. Ridiculous. Okay, onto the run. Well, this is my moment. I consider myself, of the triathlon disciplines anyway, the runner that turned to triathlon. Some people are cyclists that turn to triathlon and swimmers. I'm the runner, so I'm hoping that I can manage at least the Ironman and the half Ironman race paces. Not so sure about the Olympic distance, but we'll give it a go. This is my warm-up pace. 5 minutes per kilometre is what I'm running right now, just to get myself ready. Just doing 10 minutes of this before I leap into Jan Frodeno's marathon pace. Now, Jan Frodeno at Kona in 2019 ran a 2:42 marathon, which equates to a 350 minutes per kilometre, which is a speed of 15.6 kilometres per hour. So that's the first one I'm going to ramp up to. Should be able to comfortably do that, but of course, we're talking about a man that's just done 180 kilometres pushing out big watts on the bike, and a man on his treadmill in his room with air conditioning on.
Again, for context, my half marathon PB is 1:16, which is a pace of 3:27 minutes per kilometre, so I should be able to comfortably hold these Ironman paces, and that's not taking anything away from their achievements. If anything, it just shows how bonkers it is to run a 2:42 marathon after 180 kilometres on the bike, and I can't even run a marathon in that speed fresh.
So for 350, my heart rate, there you go, has stayed in zone 2. I'm now ramping it up to 3:45 kilometre, which is running at 16 kilometres an hour. This is what Christian Blumenfeld did. This is a 2:38 marathon, which he did recently at St. George in Utah to win the World Championships. Taking it down a notch before I go again. Now, Gustav Iden, world middle distance champion, he ran a 1:11 half marathon, which equates to 3:27 minutes per kilometre, and it is 17.4 kilometres per hour. Now, my PB is 1:16 for a half marathon, so it's not a million miles away, but again, that wasn't off the back of a bike. Here we go. 4.83, so I'm going to get to 5.83 at 3:27s. Hold it quite nicely. This is a 3:27 pace. That gives me hope that I can maybe match Ali for a little bit. 100 metres to go, and my heart rate is actually just middle of zone 3. I've managed to hold it quite nicely. 1 to go. Ali Brownlee, one of my heroes, gold medalist in the Olympics for triathlon in 2012 and 2016. He ran that 10k in the Olympic final in a mind-boggling 29:07, and that equates to 2:55 for the kilometre, which is a speed of 20.6 kilometres per hour. So I'm going to give it a go for 1 kilometre. No more than that, because I'm just coming back from injury and I don't want to be stupid, but got to give it a go, see what it looks like. 6:24, so I've got to get to 7:24. Oh, this is fast. He held that for 10 kilometres. That is just beyond belief. I haven't even got the energy to pick that apart. That's going to have to happen when I don't feel like I'm about to pass out. And that is me comprehensively schooled in all disciplines of triathlon. Still, even though I've experienced it, pretty hard to understand that these people manage to maintain these efforts for this amount of time. It is humbling, to say the least. But I hope you enjoyed me turning myself inside out for the benefit of you. And if you like that kind of content, Wednesday, Mary tried to run Paula Radcliffe's ex-world record marathon pace for as long as she could. Interesting. And here are 2 videos I think that you would like if you like this video. And the first one is when Mary trained for a week like an elite runner, Philly Bowden. And the second one is 9 hard truths of being a runner. Spoiler alert, one of them is you're gonna poo yourself on a run. Best to make your peace with that now. I don't know if I've done enough to convince you to come back and watch another video. I hope I have. Hopefully see you Wednesday.